Hello guys, this is gonna be a quick video. We have recently bought a home roaster from Santoker. This is Santoker Q5, a hot air coffee bean roaster. Look at its size; it's so small, just like a little bit bigger than an electric grinder. So very small footprint. So this is the burning chamber where you put your beans, and there's a little probe to measure the bean temperature. And this little thing, you can pay a little bit more to get it. So you can collect your coffee beans later more conveniently with those with a second chamber. You will see it later. And this is the mobile application. You need to install it in your Android device. I can't find it in Apple currently. So just install it in the Android device to control the fan and burner. And you can see how we control it later. So we have weighted 50 grams of green beans from Ethiopia, and we're just gonna turn on the machine and dump it in. So the fan it's gonna be turned on automatically, and it's gonna be turning slowly at first. So very cute. And you can play around with the settings with your Android device to control the fan speed and burner. But at this stage, we're just gonna control the fan speed first because we want the green beans to be in contact with the probe for measuring an accurate temperature. So we're adjusting the fan speed, and you can see the BT, the red dot, on the screen, it says 26.6. This is the bean temperature. So this is the most important line you want to notice when you're roasting your beans. And now we have begun the process, and you can see the BT. It's rising very dramatically. It's around 100 degrees now, and the hour it's the rate of the temperature increase. It's also very rising very quickly. So now you can see the silver skin is starting to fall off from the coffee beans because the coffee beans are expanding due to temperature. And now the bean temperature is around 150 degrees. So this is a point where it's called the yellow point. And after this, the beans are gonna be the moisture is gonna come out, and the physical reactions are gonna take place. So the aromas, the flavors, and the sugars are gonna be formed after this yellow point. So you can see, obviously, the color has turned from green to brown, light brown. So you want to decrease the increase rate of temperature because at 190 degrees you're gonna hear the first crack. So you don't want to let your beans to go that high drastically. So we're gonna play around with the burner and fan speed. So when you're increasing the fan speed, the rate of temperature is gonna drop. Increase in temperature is gonna drop. So you want to play around with those two variables to get the best results. And this is the first crack at 30 minutes and 23 seconds. So this is the first time we're using this machine. So I think we're not using it properly at the first time, but the results are okay. I think you can see it later. So after this first crack, we're just gonna roast it a little bit more to get a medium roast. So you see, at around 4 minutes, we end the process, and then the temperature is gonna drop. But the fan speed, the fan is just gonna keep turning the beans, blowing the beans to cool it down. And now you can see the BT is around 45 temperature, 45 degrees. So it's you can touch it without hurting yourself. So now it's pretty cool, and you can take the first chamber off and put this second chamber to collect the coffee beans. And be sure to lower your fan speed because the coffee beans are gonna be blown out if the fan speed is too high. And this is the best moment. You can see we're gonna collect the beans um, just by pressing the second button, and boom, the beans are blown to the container at the side. So it's so cool. And if you don't get this chamber, you're gonna mix the silver skin with the coffee beans. But with this second chamber, it's so convenient. And it also has those spores at the wall to further cool down your beans. So it's pretty good. And you can see the roasting is completed. And we're just gonna dump them out and let you see them. So this is a medium roast. You can see the roasting. It's done quite uniformly. I think we can make them more uniform by playing around with the curves and the temperature and fan speed. But this is the first time we're using it, so there's definitely a lot to learn. And I think we need to play it more in order to know the best settings. And I know when you're first completing roasting and you need to wait a while to let it degas, but we're just gonna want to find out how it's gonna taste. So we're using a V60 to get some filtered coffee. So the taste, it was pretty good actually. It's just like those coffees you get from specialty coffee shops. So it's pretty good. You can get the green beans at a much cheaper price, like 2 to 3 times cheaper, I think, at least. So it's a very good value. And also, you can use this machine to adjust the roasting curves according to your taste. And the size is so small. So in conclusion, I think it's a good home roaster. So that's the end. Thank you.